Good afternoon, everyone. Ian here from Not the Shadows. What am I going to talk about today? Well, I'm going to keep it short because we've got gigs today. So I thought we've seen some things on internet lately, and I think even we've shared one of those sayings on Facebook and whatnot, where you get what are we paying for a musician, or what do we get when we're paying for a musician, and there's various things on there about a venue believes they're getting a band to play for 2 hours and that's it, and why should we pay so much money? And then you have another part of that that says, well, the band have the expense of getting there, the cost of the equipment, the learning, the training, the coaching they've gone through, the fuel, the this, the that, the transport, the insurance. So I thought I'd go on along those lines a little bit and say we've got a gig today. Now the band have got a gig at Sinkport Arms in New Romney. New Romney is about an hour and 20 minutes away from me. A little bit further for a couple of the band members, a little bit closer for a couple, so that's give or take a little bit. My day today, really, if we're talking about band work, my day today started at about 10 o'clock. I had to type out the invoices and get the accounts element sorted with the venue. I contacted the venue to say, is everything okay? Are we still on? And is the time still correct? Obviously, that doesn't take an awful lot of time, but I had to sort through my equipment as well. So we get out the guitars, check the guitars over, get the effects units all sorted, our pedal boards, the amplifiers, make sure my amplifier powers up okay. Being a valve amp, I don't want it suddenly going pop when I turn up at a venue. So I have to check all of that. So then about 12 o'clock today, midday, I was loading the car up. A little bit irrelevant, I suppose, but I had to pop down the petrol station after that and put fuel in the car because I don't really want to be later on. So that my day really for the band started about 10 o'clock. By about midday, as I say, the car was loaded and I had to pop down the petrol station. Now, what are we now? We're now about 20 past 2. In around 40 minutes, I'm going to be having my dinner, because if the band kicks off at 8 o'clock, hour and 20 minutes travel time, I have to go and pick a bass player up, which adds about an hour travel time on top of that. I'm not going to get to have any dinner, so dinner time will be for me about 3 o'clock. At 4 o'clock the babysitter turns up, because just to feature in everything, I've got Litland and I need a babysitter for tonight. So that's another thing the venue's paying for. So 4 o'clock, there or thereabouts, I'm going to be getting myself ready to leave. By about 20 past 4, I leave home and go and pick up the bass player. Bass player lives in Gravesend. So as I say, that's around about 40 minutes, anything up to an hour sometimes, depends on traffic. And I've got to go to New Romney after that, so that's an hour and 20 minute run. We'll be down at New Romney approximately 6 o'clock, a little bit after 6. Why do we get there so early? Because we have to set up. 2 hours set up time, but that will include a sound check. So I normally feature in about an hour and a half setting the equipment up, unloading the car, moving the car. Some places don't have car parks. So we have to unload outside at this venue and then park in a public car park, just a couple of 100 yards walk, and then go back inside the venue and set my stuff up, set the band up, and sound check will be at around about 7:30, all being well. Band kicks off at 8 till 9, half an hour break. 9:30 till 10:30. Then it's the big pack away, get everything sorted out, sort the funds out with the venue. I won't be away from that venue now until, I would suggest, probably 11. If I'm lucky, might be 12:15. I've then got to drop the bass player home and then drive home myself. So I shall be home, I would suggest, about 1:30 in the morning. Having been on the go since 10 o'clock, band related. That is exactly what venues are paying for. And when you think of the cost of bands, we don't actually ask an awful lot of money, considering there's 5 of us, and that's 5 people doing the same kind of thing. So that is what venues pay for. So when you see these questions online about, oh, that's too expensive, and oh, we can't afford that, or that's a lot of money for 2 hours of playing music, it actually accounts for about 8 hours of each musician in a 5-piece band having to get their bits and pieces ready for the gig. So that's where we are. On a lighter note, Sinkport Arms, New Romney, fantastic venue. We played there once before. Went down really, really well. Had people up dancing from the start, which was great. It's a fantastic, as I say, fantastic venue. Got parking, little walk away, 150 yards, something like that. I don't know. Car park, pretty much opposite on one of the other roads. It's just at the end of the high street, and hopefully we'll have a good turnout. The weather's set to be really nice, so we're ditching the jackets for tonight, and you'll see us in our white shirts and ties, but we are ditching the jackets. It's way too warm. Be good to see some of you there. Hopefully you can be. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, and we'll give you an update after tonight. Thank you.